tell me some of what would you say is as far as you're from the beginning of your Formula Drift career, just focusing on Formula Drift. What are some maybe like the lowest point, one of the hardest moments of your Formula Drift career, and then give us the opposite. That would be the pinnacle, probably winning a championship. But aside from winning the championship, what would you say is one of your highest points of Formula Drift? So sort of a high and low contrast of your career in Formula Drift.
Lowest point, April 2013, for sure.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And we had a really hard crash in Long Beach during the Super Drift event, which is the weekend after the actual pro event. And it was just a frustrating time because I came in with Stefan, with Papadakis in 2011, and he came off several great years with Tanner. And, we did okay the first couple of years. We got a couple podiums here and there, but I wasn't performing, I think, to where he was hoping. And frankly, looking back, I also don't think we had the car and the setup. We were behind on car development and a lot of things. And when I had that crash, I think it was just everything culminating, and Steph got really mad at me, and I was really mad at myself, locked myself in a hotel room here in Los Angeles, and really dug deep to figure out what was going on. I ended up reading a lot of sports psychology and really trying to understand my brain and figure out how to perform when it mattered. And that was the turnaround point. And from then on, we started improving little by little, to where that year we finished in top 6 or something like that. Next year, second, and 2015 won the championship. And that day, 2015, in October, winning the championship and winning the last event at Irwindale was 100% the highlight of my career. I was freshly single, living the dream, commuting back and forth to Hawaii, learning how to surf, met my now wife, Hunter. It was all kind of coming together. We won the championship. It was really high on life, and I think my head grew a couple inches that off season. It was just my lifelong goal. Right. So that was, but now looking back at that, the level of the sport then and the level of my driving was not that impressive looking back. It was just what it was for the time, and over the years since then, the level of the sport of cars, but mostly driving and that racecraft we were talking about, has just gone through the roof. And I think James and Peter coming in the years after have helped raise that level. Everyone else, Chelsea, Matt, Jeff, everyone's stepped it up. And I think from a sporting point of view, from an actual performance point of view, this year as a collective whole was probably my most dialed driving with the least amount of mistakes. We had some car issues. I was far from perfect, but in terms of like actually delivering on track, I would say this year as a whole was the highlight.